What is good, you guys? Well, how am I? My bad. What is good, you guys? It's your boy Randy Anderson here with another episode of the Average Guy Podcast on the Average Guy Studios. And you guys know how I do it. Let's first by starting off by saying how much I appreciate the stuff that's happened over the last week. So go ahead and open this. Boom. Give a couple shout outs real quick. All right. So top listeners, shout out to Robbie Oliver and Jillian Lane. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Top countries is United States, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to United States. Turkey. Shout out to Turkey. That shit's dope. Canada. Oh, hey, I got a couple people from Canada. Okay, I fuck with it. Top cities. Northern Las Vegas. Shout out to the Vegas people out there. Denzel, Turkey. Shout out to Turkey again. In Montreal, VA. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And we got my boy Corey here. Just pull it
What's
up. So, unfortunately, guys, the topic that was going to be happening tonight will happen Thursday. So, disregard the title. This title will be moved to Thursday's title, or it'll be a better title. But just know Thursday's episode will be about polygamy. But normally, we'll have somebody else coming in here pretty soon. I don't know if the other people will come in, but I know Lauren is supposed to jump in later on. But all right, my boy Corey's here. So look, you guys know how we do. We talk about sports, hot topics, get it off your chest, and anything around the world, honestly. So let's talk about the finals, man. Let's talk about the sweep of the Cavs. What was your thoughts on that?
Man, you want to see a dead body? You want to see a dead body, man? Ain't nothing to see there, man. It's what it is, man. It was executed murder, man. They did the hit, man. Rolled out on him and did the hit, man. You know what I'm saying? Cleaned everything up, didn't leave no witnesses. Got the hell up out of there, man. They ain't wasting no damn time. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. LeBron did something for to his legacy. He can't help but to, because he can't stay out of his own damn way. He came with that cast on his hand, but he showed no signs from game 1 to game 4.
I was so confused. Bro, do you remember, I think it was in game 3. Was it in game 3 where he lobbed it to himself and dunked it?
Yeah.
He grabbed it with that hand.
Doing everything possible. He was doing everything with that hand. He even fell on I saw him favor his left hand when he had fell on it. When he had braced his fall, and he favored his left hand on one play, but never not once did he favor his right hand. Even after they lost, you saw him doing his handshake with his sons. See no issues with the hand or anything, and then he comes in with the brace, with the cast on. So man, yeah, that's typical LeBron. It's what most people can see. Yeah, it's the same old, man. It is what it is, man. Golden State went in there and handled business. They're a stacked team, man, and they swept them like we pretty much figured they would after that first one. I thought the refs would at least give them a couple games, but Golden, they tried to too. Yeah. Nah, it wasn't happening. Golden State just had too much firepower. That was just a bad look. That was a bad look for LeBron. I was gonna leave him alone. I was gonna let him, ride this one out in peace. But he had to make a story. It's just like he took away. He tried to take away from what they did, diminish their championship win by saying, I was hurt and everything. And that's wrong. He did the Pacquiao thing. That was fucked up.
I've heard so many people say that. That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
He Pacquiao the playoffs. All right. Yeah, before we get to is this conversation over with the GOAT, I want to let Lauren Sharp come on first.
So
But I want to talk about some things that's actually just perspired. I think that's the word. Fuck it. I'm just stop trying to sound
yeah,
smart, but just
roll
happened
with
not too long ago. But all right. So the super max for Kawhi Leonard, 21 or 219 million. Super max for Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio. What do you think about that?
That's how much he needs to stay in San Antonio.
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
It says the San Antonio Spurs and Kawhi Leonard are expected to agree to extension of 5 years for 219 million.
Okay. Yeah, that's the smart thing. They need to go ahead and pay him. Keep the star around, star power around. I think they can get some pieces in there to work, be able to maneuver, work around them. That's a lot. Will they be able to get another star? Is the issue though, because of that high. I think you can rule out LeBron because I'm not
Yeah,
sure if LeBron will take a pay cut. Because it'll take a pay cut for them to be able to work that in. And you still have LaMarcus Aldridge down there. So, but no, I believe it can work, and I believe San Antonio can build around Aldridge and Leonard. Get get some players going. They because they really haven't these last two postseasons. They really haven't been able to see how Leonard could stand up against Golden State.
right.
He got injured the series before. He got injured the season before this one that passed in the Golden State series, and then he wasn't available for this last one. So that'll be interesting. But I think if he takes max money 219, I'm not. That might put a rod in the LeBron. LeBron coming there. So
I mean, we've all heard the speculations that LeBron could eventually. We all know he is going somewhere, but I don't know, man. It possibly could work because the money cap is going up. So I don't know. I don't know what the money cap is going to, but I know the money cap is going up this year for the
yeah,
NBA. So
you have
yeah,
to
I
get paid.
mean, shout out to Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? You playing it smart, bro. I'm pretty sure you got bank.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you got bank because I know you ain't did no frivolous spending. Because I remember when you got your first paycheck, like your first big paycheck, all you did was buy that Chevy Tahoe. That's 1998 Chevy Tahoe or whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
was driving that around. You wasn't driving around no more Maserati, nothing crazy like that. So yeah, shout out to you. Uh-oh. And everybody, we have the Shannon Sharp of the show.
Now skip.
All right, so yeah, so Lauren, we was just talking about how Kawhi Leonard is going to get paid, expected to get paid 219 million, which is the supermax.
By who?
To San Antonio for 5 years.
Okay. Yeah. I've been interested in the Kawhi Leonard saga since it started. This is so weird to me because I mean Kawhi is he seemed like such a private guy, and so like what made him tick to be like I ain't playing this year? Because that's pretty much what happened. Like
Right.
I don't think it was a lack of health. I think he was healthy. I'm interested because I think the best place for him, as I saw him, was San Antonio because it's small market. So, he doesn't really have the big media scrutiny that he would have to deal with in like a New York or LA or something like that. But obviously I missed something because something is going on in San Antonio and it's real weird right now. I almost want to say kind of like, all good things must come to an end.
It's true.
I wonder if we're here with the San Antonio era because it's been like this for 20 years. They've been, a mark of consistency. And I mean, the train got to fall off the track at some point, and I wonder if that's now. So yeah, I'm real interested in this because I mean, some say he's saying with San Antonio, some saying that, you know, he could end up with the Lakers.
Heard that too.
You know, I've heard some rumors that he may be talking about Boston.
Oh, speaking of Boston, this ain't breaking news, but allegedly Kyrie Irving is not looking to sign with the Boston Celtics after next year. He's not looking to re-sign. So what is you guys' thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's kind of confusing to me because he wanted to have his own team. And I understand kind of, you know, Boston, you know, when he got injured, they went in a different direction. Now they got all the young guns. But I still feel like he's that guy when he's healthy. So I don't necessarily understand why he would want to leave Boston with the type of team that they have. I mean, New York is it is the biggest market in the sports media. And so if anything, that could be the only reason he feels like, you know, New York is where he wants to stake his claim and build his brand. But Kyrie is still a big question mark to me, man. He just cannot stay healthy to save his life. And his knee injury is starting to remind me of Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers Brandon Roy.
Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, he had that, you know.
Nagging knee injury.
Yeah, and it was both to where, you know, I mean, bone start rubbing bone. And, you know, this is not a re-injury. You know, this is, you know, those screws got rusted and his knee got infected is what happened. And so, yeah, I'm real concerned about that particular knee at this point. I'm real concerned about it.
Yeah. See what I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, where I was like, we do the trade thing. I don't know if you were in on that conversation, but the whole trade thing, the Boston makes a lot of sense now.
You mean
no. I meant for Boston to trade Kyrie Irving to like San Antonio or something like that. That makes more sense. That would give them more incentive to let him go and see what they could get for him. Because I mean, Danny Ainge, we've all seen what he's done multiple occasions. So, Corey, what you got for us?
Now Kyrie needs to sit his ass in Boston. They all that work they put in, they got the Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals without him. Showed him that, you know, he's got a good template to work with. He is the superstar on that squad. He is the other guys, they got some other budding stars there, but he is, when the game's on the line, he's money. He's money. And he's got the track record to prove it. He's got a ring, won that ring in Cleveland along with LeBron. So yeah, he just needs to sit down, stay there in Boston. We'll see how it plays out. You said it's after next season, so we still have a season to see how everything gels together. Like I said, that it did gel when they were playing together. We'll see what happens with Gordon Hayward if they keep him and if they how he plugs into the system. But man, they're a deep team. If they keep this squad together next year, I mean, they're you can pencil them in. They're gonna be in the conference finals. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think he needs to stay in Boston.
Yeah,
especially.
Go ahead.
I
said the interesting anomaly is that just this particular season, Boston was actually better offensively without him. When you talk about points per possession, it's really, really weird because obviously you have that, but when the game got tight is when you needed them, I think. And so that's what kind of creates that balance between analytics and just straight, the eye test. I think that's where that balance kind of comes into play. But it was interesting to know that they were offensively better without him on the court than they were with him on the court.
Okay. I was going to say, might as well just say bye-bye to Kyrie. I understand you're a great player, but you about to get a great player in Kawhi Leonard. Boston's gonna be going to Kawhi, or Boston's gonna be getting Kawhi Leonard. That's it. And LeBron James, he's alleged to be talking about going to Boston as well. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why Kyrie is like, you know what? I already had this one time. I don't really need it again. So more on breaking news. Breaking news. Draymond Green will turn down extension offer for the summer. So he's looking for the Supermax for the next summer. What is your thoughts on that?
Wow. Then I don't like it. I don't think that I mean Draymond is a great glue guy, but Draymond is not a superstar. I don't think Draymond I don't think he's offensively adept enough to be that guy.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. Defensively, being an anchor of the team, he absolutely is. But I mean, he doesn't deserve max player money, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now what will be tricky is if I would assume that Draymond already knows that. And so what would be interesting to see is if he tries to do a few more things offensively next year to show either Golden State or other teams that he can develop to be an offensive threat. But I don't see it. I mean, he's one of those guys like Dennis Rodman, where he's a great glue guy. He does all the dirty work. He's a defensive communicator. You know, he gets on people for being out of position and things of that nature. But as far as getting a max deal, there's a reason he's a second-round draft pick.
Ooh, all right, Corey, what you got for us?
Yeah, same. Same. He's not offensively adept. I think he deserves a lot of money, but at the same time, you got three other guys that maybe in line in front of you, and that's to be disputed because he's been there since the start. They went 73-9 with him. He got a championship. Was a couple minutes away from getting a second championship, and I believe they could have won by themselves last year without Durant. So that could come into play, but at the same time, I think having Durant for these next few years will add more. That's more guaranteed for a championship. It's kind of weigh it out. They could they'll definitely be missing the anchor on defense and in other places of the game because he brings them their toughness. He does the same thing LeBron does. He plays point guard out there. He's just not as much as a scorer, but he facilitates the offense, allows the other guys to get moving around, and then they gets the offense going. So he does so much out there. It would be a tough loss, but like I said, he has three guys in front of him that I think would be a little more deserving. And it's kind of hard to say that because Draymond does deserve some money. He's put in the work. He's an outstanding player, and like I said, it's even to the extent. I mean, people can identify that he's the defensive anchor and he does a lot, but just even when you go into depth and see actually how much he actually does for that team, it's amazing. So he deserves money, but it's going to be interesting seeing how they're able to keep these four players for the next few years because there's going to have to be some pay cuts taken somewhere, and I know Curry's already taken a pay cut. Durant took a pay cut coming here. Now Curry get paid? Curry got paid recently, didn't he? Yeah, he just got paid.
He got the super max, so he's in the 200 million.
Okay, so he's in the 200 million. But I do know when they first got the championship run going.
He was still on a rookie contract.
yeah, he was only he wasn't making anything.
Yeah,
and so then you got Klay Thompson coming up in 2019. Yep. That's a huge man. I mean, that's a huge signing because I mean, Klay is automatic on offense. I mean, he can drop 50 when he feels like it, and he can guard the best player on the other side of the so. Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing how they keep this team together. But if they can do it, man, I mean, they're already a dynasty, and it's just going to be more to come.
Now, what I'm going to say might sound a little crazy, but the tree might be breaking. The tree might be breaking because the only reason why I say this is that Bell. I forgot what his first name is, but the Bell guy that they got this year from the Chicago Bulls, they bought the contract and everything. He reminds me a lot of Draymond Green. And so if Draymond Green doing this, I'm pretty sure they'll be shopping Draymond Green next year. Pretty sure.
Jordan Bell?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nah, he can't take Draymond.
Hey. So I will say that
there's some heart. There's a special amount of heart that, you know, Draymond just brings to the game. And Jordan could come into that, but Draymond got that heart though.
But we talking business now. This will be a business move.
So
Laura, what was you gonna say?
So they have a similar game. What Jordan Bell lacks that Draymond Green has is leadership. Now the game is similar. Their games are similar. But yeah, that leadership, Draymond's leadership is second to none. I mean,
that's facts.
In all seriousness, his leadership is second to none. So from that standpoint, yeah, I mean that's what makes it such a tough loss. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it such a tough loss. Now, I think what'll be interesting is, you know, Bob Myers went on record this week saying that, you know, he gonna pay Durant whatever Durant wants.
To get into that.
And so that's going to be interesting because then Durant actually came out this year and said that he could see himself retiring in 5 years. So very, very interesting. That those two comments came out in the same week. But the one saving grace they may have is the fact that they have won titles. They're getting ready to open up a new arena. So you have more revenue. So it's going to be a matter of if they want to stay together, how they share the money, you know, because Draymond would be such a tough loss to that team. I think that if he goes, they really, I think they lose their defensive intensity. And that was more important during this run than their offense was the fact that they played great defense on top of it. And so not only were they able to score, but they were able to stop other teams from scoring. And so he would be a huge loss. I do see him going, and the reason I say that is because you're in an era of sports now where players want to get their money. And so, you know, from him and Klay's perspective, we got the titles. Now it's time for us to go chase our money, and you know, so that would be what I think would break them up is if one or two of them was like, I got 3 titles, you know, I'm never gonna be in the class of Michael Jordan or anything like that. So I have to maximize my dollar potential now, you know, while I gotta strike while the iron's hot. So that's what I would think would break up this group more so than just you know, the actual money is the thought process of I gotta get my money now or I'm never gonna get it.
And I'm glad you brought that up because Klay Thompson's father, I guess he stopped all contract talks during the season. So he shut all that down. Now we're gonna be looking for Klay Thompson to get his money. He deserves to get paid max money. Like y'all said, Draymond Green deserves to get paid his money. But and now here is the thing that just came out today. We still staying to Golden State. Kevin Durant said, and I quote, "I could play any style with any players, anywhere in the world. I can pick up the game and move anywhere I want." Now, what is you guys' thoughts on him saying that?
Nah, you can't. Because he can't play that. His only weakness is roughness. When the game gets rough and you really put a body, that Kevin Durant will get his points. He's guaranteed to give you 25, 27 a game. But it's when the game is on the line and it's all on him. See, he has the luxury of having not only great players around him, but great players that complement his playing style and that open up the floor because of how much of great shooters that they are. But going somewhere else, just like the situation in OKC, and part of that was Russell Westbrook. Just the chemistry between him and Russell Westbrook. But with that, when there's more responsibility, it'll on you. The game will it'll tighten up. That defense, the opposition's defense will tighten up on you, and they'll start giving you those little slight little nudges and everything, and playing you more aggressively. And I think that's been Kevin Durant's weakness. It's what LeBron's used against him over the years, because prior to Kevin Durant joining the Warriors, he couldn't get past LeBron at all. Anytime they played regular season, they had the finals meeting, and that was 4-1. So, and he had, Durant had, talent with him. I mean, James Harden, they weren't, weren't who they are today, but, he had Harden, Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook. So he had the guys with him. And then, he came within one game. He had Golden State down 3-1. So, he has it in him to, be that assassin. He can be that, but I just think, it comes down to, he's talking about he can go wherever he wants. Shoot, man, if he got somebody like Draymond or somebody on that other side, like I said, he's gonna get his, but once starts, over the course of that 48 minutes, man, they start wearing him down. He just doesn't have the endurance.
Okay, Lauren, what you got for us?
Oh wow, yeah. I think that he's trying to quiet some of that KD, LeBron noise, and just trying to amp up his own status as a player. I actually put Durant in the same category that I could put a Kyrie Irving in. You know what I'm saying? They're great offensive talents, but they need other people around them to kind of get to that ultimate mecca of winning a title. I don't think personally that if you put Kevin Durant on the team that Cleveland had, I don't think they make it out of the first round. I don't. I don't even think they would have made it out of the first round. If they make it out the first, they definitely don't make it out of the second round. So I have a ton of respect for Kevin Durant. But I think the move to Golden State kind of put them in a box, I think. And yeah, of course, if you want to get out of that box, yeah, you got to go to another team. Absolutely. I just don't think that he's that type of player. I don't even really look at Kevin Durant as a leader, believe it or not. I just look at him as, one of the best offensive talents this game has ever seen. And that's kind of where I leave it, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, he's got this like cocky bravado thing now where he's like, yeah, I've slain the king multiple times. So I'm confused because I don't actually believe that he can actually lead a team by himself. If you guys disagree, please let me know. But yeah, I don't think he can lead a team. Just the whole Russell Westbrook thing. like when they had their little feuds and stuff like that, you could see it on the court. Now, this is another thing I want to bring up where the MVP. Who do you guys believe won the MVP? Do you guys believe it was Stephen Curry or do you guys believe it was Kevin Durant? Because I've seen a lot of people say Stephen Curry should have won the MVP.
No, I mean, no, I think that if you gave the MVP to anybody, you gave it to the right person. I think that there were, I mean, really, if you think about it, Steph Curry had one great game, and then he had another game where he had a great quarter. Other than that, I feel like he was relatively average. He gets so exposed defensively that in the playoffs, especially once you get to the finals, that it really just it is so magnified that he has to be a perfect shooter to overcome that. So no, I don't think that. I think that Kevin Durant, I'll say won by default. I mean, he played better than Steph Curry, and the only other person you could have gave it to, you couldn't have gave it to nobody else. It was kind of a weird series, because I mean, LeBron didn't. I mean, he had a great game one. He had, solid game 2s and 3s, and then game 4 he gave up. So, him giving up, that was the end of that, for any conversation that he might have been in. And I mean, Kevin Durant just had a better series, than Steph Curry. So, I mean, if Steph Curry was salty about it, I wouldn't be. Honestly, and the reason I say that is because number one, you got your title, and number two, what you've done for the game of basketball as far as becoming one of those transcendent players that actually changed the game of basketball, like that's enough. You know what I'm saying? The MVP is cool to put on the bottom of your trophy, but ain't nobody reading the bottom of the plaque on the bottom of the trophy. They just looking at the trophy. So I think when it comes to MVPs, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get one because I mean you get another check on top of it. But I mean the ultimate goal is to win titles, and he is definitely an integral part of every single title that they've won. So I mean, sometimes you gotta chew the meat and throw the fat and the bone in the trash.
Okay, all right, Corey, you up next. What you got for us?
Yeah. It's I think they gave it to the right person. Like you said, Lauren said everything right. They gave it to the right person. I think game 3 was what hurt Curry, because Durant basically said, he told Thompson and Curry, step to the side, man, I'll take it from here. He guarded LeBron throughout the series, so he took on that task too. Had a triple double in the final game. I think that's what gave it to, that's what got it for him. And I think you could have given it to Curry, and I wouldn't have been mad at it. But I think Durant deserved it. They gave it to the right person. But like Lauren said, you can't. What Curry's done for this game is just is something special. And nobody can take that away. We did when we were in the group text earlier this game. I said I call them game breakers, and I off the top of my head I can only think of 3 game breakers throughout history, and I could be wrong, but Will Chamberlain, just for the fact that how tall he is, he forced the teams to, the league to get bigger. They had to, you can't have no 6'5", 6'6" centers. You got to have some guys to really bang with them. Shaquille O'Neal, they changed the rules. He was able to, bully in there. So it was kind of those last couple years, and another reason for it was his the way he trained. He was kind of lazy, but at the same time, they kind of the league kind of neutered Shaq because he wasn't able really to, after that second championship, he wasn't really able to really move like how he wanted to because they were calling fouls every single time. When basically it was just simple fact that he was just too big, couldn't be stopped.
Yeah.
And so, they changed a lot of rules, and then Steph Curry, man, just the way he shot the three, we've never seen anybody able to shoot the three in that manner. And it's inspired other players to, they got to catch up now. They had to catch up or get left in the dust because of how deadly the 3-point shooting is. So you're seeing the improvement on players. You saw what Houston was able to do. Before that, Golden State was set the NBA record. I don't know if anybody's beaten Curry's personal season record. I'm not sure about that, but I do know they beat Golden State's record of threes in the season just this year. So the league, caught on quick, and you can credit that to Steph Curry. I think the overall play of the league, and not to get too off topic, but the overall play of the league can be credited to San Antonio. I say that all the time from the 2014 when they beat LeBron the second time. The way they played, their style of play, and the way they shared the ball, that revolutionized, and that's what gave a lot of teams the blueprint on how to just completely go past LeBron, steamroll him. And Golden State took that into account. So even with their sharp shooting, they moved the ball around in the same manner. They took the same game plan and just share the ball. Get the rest of the players involved in the game. So, like I said, it's Curry. He's made his mark on the league. You can never forget what he's done, especially that 73-9 season. That was the greatest shooting performance just throughout that whole season. It was something you just couldn't dream of. A player being able to shoot like that. It was a complete game breaker because there was no defense you could really have for him but to wear him down throughout the game, which is basically what Cleveland did in the finals. But even with that, I believe that Golden State kind of shot themselves out the game because Curry can take it to the rim, but Curry and Thompson can take it to the rim, but they kind of, got lax during that series, and that was their downfall. But Durant deserves it. Curry already has 2 NBA MVPs, so he solidified himself. I think he still got some chances, barring anything happen, any injuries happen, as long as that doesn't happen, they'll be right back in the finals, and he'll have another opportunity to win the MVP, which I think he can. He can turn it on at any moment.
Yeah, Curry doesn't have any MVPs.
Yeah. League MVPs? No.
Oh, league MVPs.
League MVPs.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it in the first year one and then the 73-9 season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little fun fact. The NBA actually outlawed dunking the year after Will came in the league because he dunked so much. They actually outlawed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was for I want to say for I think four years. They outlawed dunking because the first year he came in the league, he was dunking on everybody.
The whites can dunk, okay? We have to put it down right there. Yes. Right there. Yes. You have to play like us. Okay? All right, cool. All right. So before we go to the hottest topic of this week, I want to ask you guys your honest opinions on, is Steve Kerr now one of the greatest coaches of all time, better than Phil Jackson?
No. You still have because Kerr, Golden State, I think it's more of a testament to Mark Jackson and then the Golden State front office. They kind of laid the groundwork, and then Steve Kerr don't get me wrong, Steve Kerr is a great coach. He's a great coach. His actual contrary to some coaches to where they just inherit good teams and they're kind of along for the ride. Now Steve Kerr actually put his print on his team. He improved them, and that's what got them over the edge, especially in those 2 seasons before Durant came. So Nah,
Yeah.
he's a great coach, but he hasn't had the same. He still doesn't have the resume.
Resume.
You know, guys like Jackson. I think Greg Popovich is the greatest coach in NBA history, personally. With Phil Jackson coming in a close second. You got guys, Red Auerbach, Bill Russell himself. He was the player and the coach, and he won multiple championships. There's so many great coaches. So nah, I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him as the greatest. You know, he still got some time to go. You know, he still has to, because he's just been in. He's been coaching what, about 4 years now. So he doesn't have a long enough resume. But I think he can. You know, he's on the right track. He's got the, way he gets his guys prepared, the way he just the even the way that he interacts with his guys, because he knows when he's not no he can get aggressive when he needs to, and then he can fall back. Sometimes he'll let the players take over and coach. But
You
when
see,
it's time for him to get in and say, okay, let me steal my wheel, saying, and put my print on the game, he will. So yeah, he's a good coach, but it's far too early to start, putting him up there with, Jackson and, Pat Riley and all them. He still has some time to go.
all right, Lauren, what you got for us?
So I don't think he'll coach long enough ever to be one of the greatest. I'll be 100% honest with you. He kind of takes me as a guy that, and he already did it once with Phoenix, but I could easily see him transferring back into a front office role. I think the coaching thing is something, he wanted to try. He's good at it because he played the game, so he understands, the mindset of a player. He will definitely go down as a great coach, but I agree with Corey said as far as the blueprint was laid before he came. So he was able to put his mark, but I mean, the team was already kind of constructed, so to say. And then, yeah, resume, I mean, Pop, Jackson, Pat Riley, Red Auerbach, Lenny, so many other great coaches that had, they coach, what I'm saying? They actually coach the game of basketball. So they went through the highs and the lows. I haven't seen him go through a low. That's when you find out what type of coach you got, is when you go through those lows, and he probably may never have that opportunity to go through something like that. I don't think. I think, like I said, I think he might get out if he kind of sees that coming. And that's not a knock against him. I think he's a really great coach. But to put him in that upper echelon, he just hasn't coached long enough to even really approach the conversation, honestly. Because and the toughest thing, one of the other tougher things, is that the year that he was hurt and the assistants coached the team, and things of that nature, like there wasn't a big change. And so, how much do you attribute the team success to the coaching staff and not just Steve Kerr? And I think those things hurt him as far as, ranking him. But I mean, who cares, man? You got titles as a player, you got titles as a coach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'll never, the game will change, the NBA will change. He'll never get to a status where, he can approach winning, 10 titles like Phil, 8 or 9 like Arabic, you know what I'm saying? Like, the game will change before he has that opportunity, honestly.
Okay. All right. So now the hottest topic. Is the conversation finally over with the GOAT conversation with LeBron James? Is it finally over? Finally. Can we just go ahead and wait till he retires, and then we can bring it back up? Do we have to have this conversation now anymore after he lost like this? And I will let LaShannon Sharp go first.
Conversation over.
Okay.
Present and future. Present and future. Conversation's over. Conversation is over. The stuff that LeBron did at the end of the season as we were in the playoffs, like they rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm a LeBron fan. Like he's on my Mount Rushmore basketball players, but the game 4 did something for me. To talk about his competitive juices, like I said, I would have rather him come out after game 1 and say he broke his hand being, getting his Amari Stoudemire on, or if he would have waited until now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just bad timing. I mean, I don't think his hand was broke. I think he might have fractured his hand, but you don't play with a broken hand. You just don't. I don't care how good you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's painful. I've broken my hand before. Like, you don't play basketball with a broken hand. I think he fractured his hand pretty bad. And you could see the pictures. I mean, his hand looked kind of rough. But it was, and his leadership skills, I think, was one of the biggest things that stood out to me because I feel like he did a lot of throwing his team under the bus in the playoffs. And I know he was tired. I know he was frustrated because he carried the team the whole season. He carried them the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. But some things shouldn't have came out your mouth, even if it's true. Like, because, I mean, nobody can argue that what he was saying wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
There's no argument there. But, I mean, if you want your guys to give everything they got, don't throw them under the bus in the media. Like, that's just not the thing to do. And I don't know that was his intention, but he had way too many Freudian slips, for anybody to be like, oh, nah, he's a team player. Nah, there was no team in none of those statements that he was making throughout the playoffs. And like I said, they were all true. You just don't say them, and I think really what it all was, honestly, was a setup for him to leave. I really do. I think he was just setting up his exit. It was a little bit different, a little bit more bold than what he did when he left Cleveland the first time. Because the first time he left, he quickly got under the tunnel, took his jersey off, and you kind of knew, what I'm saying, that, he probably was going to go somewhere else. But this time it was just like, I felt it was a lot more blatant. Like, I would be surprised if he came back to Cleveland. Let me put it like that. I'm 90% sure he's gone. It's just a matter of, where does he go? And so, yeah, those 2 things. And, just, I was like, yeah, the conversation's over. And look, I'm not saying that Jordan didn't have his theatrics, because that flu game, I'm sorry.
He was drunk. Okay. All right.
So it's like he didn't have he didn't have the flu to where it was affecting him that bad. He might have had a flu bug, but calling it the flu game, those were theatrics too. You know what I'm saying?
I remember watching that game specifically. Jordan was down that game. He was running off because he had to keep going back to the back room and everything. Like he was down that game. I remember that game.
I need to see the medical report. But yeah, I think that kind of did it for me, honestly. The record, his 3-6 record. I mean, the one when he was in San Antonio, everybody knew they was gonna lose that one. You know what I'm saying? When they played the Spurs. Not the second time, but the first time. They knew that one was an L. So I don't think anybody holds that one against him. And everybody knew he was gonna lose this one. It was just the way he lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Everybody knew he was gonna lose. It was just the way he lost and the way he reacted to losing. So I mean, I will say I give him 30% blame for the way that this team was constructed. I'll give him 30% blame. You know, I remember I wasn't really upset at the JR one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was too much money, but I wasn't really upset with that one. It was the Tristan Thompson one. That's the one that I was like, Tristan Thompson is not nearly worth anything. Like, Tristan Thompson is on everybody else's bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the one where I was like, LeBron, man, you need to go ahead and just play the game and leave the business up to Maverick, you know, because that wasn't the, you know, that was a waste of money right there. So, yeah, that conversation is over. It is over officially. I don't want to hear it. The only way it opens back up, okay? There's one way the conversation opens back up is if starting next season, LeBron three-peats. That's the only way the conversation opens back up. Is if he three-peats the next 3 years. Otherwise,
won't happen, but okay.
The conversation is over forever. I ain't gonna say it's not gonna happen. I need to see where he goes first. Because and that's another topic. We can dive into it if y'all want to, but yeah, it's for me it's over. For me,
okay. It's over. Corey, what you got for us?
Yeah, I think it's completely over. I think even if he three-peated, or even if he won out the championship for the rest of his career, it's over as far as being the greatest ever, topping Michael. Because this is the thing about Michael. The thing about Michael is the way his career went. It was like theater. It was so poetic, and the way that it just went. I mean, he definitely had the successes, but it was about the way that Michael Jordan responded to different things. And I think he inspired a lot of people with the way he responded. Just take like the 95 season when he came back. He was wearing number 45, and they lost to Orlando. They lost to Orlando in the second round, got booted out. What does Jordan do? I mean, he doesn't make any excuses, say, well, it was a short season or anything like that. He comes back, they grabbed Dennis Rodman. They come back, go 72-10, and then proceed to sweep Orlando the very next season. Mm-hmm. So, it's just things like that. And he did things like that all the way throughout his career. When times got tough, he would always, rise to the occasion, and he would just win. So his career went a little bit too perfect. You have to have a career like that to be able to top Jordan. It's not even, I mean, even when it comes down to, because it's not even about skills and everything, players will keep, progressing throughout the years, and, you'll be able to, comparing them to back then, you'll be like, wow, they played like that. Because, when Jordan played, it was more, isolation ball. It was a little different, as far as the rules, you had the legal defense rules and everything like that. And at the same time, it was a little tougher. So, it's different eras, just like you can't really compare, Jordan to, Jordan and Wilt as far as, who would beat who, because, it's different eras. Not Jordan and Wilt, but, probably like Shaq and Wilt, trying to compare them. You can compare them, and you probably say, well, Shaq would bully Wilt. But, we're talking about as far as, as far as, different the different contexts, things that, went in. And I still believe Shaq would be above Wilt because Shaq won, 4 championships and, other different little factors. But Jordan's career went too well. And then when you look at guys like Kobe Bryant, you remember this is why I just can't put LeBron past Kobe, because not only I believe, Jordan and Kobe were more skillful players, but I just think and Kobe wasn't perfect either, and that's why Kobe couldn't go past Jordan either. It was Kobe. Kobe had his flawed moments, but I do believe, Kobe at the same time it was more just the way he responded. And when I say respond, take a look at a clip from when Kobe and T-Mac were going one-on-one, and they have many. You can find many clips of them just going one-on-one. I remember they used to go at it every time they played each other back in the day. Kobe would have about 38 points. T-Mac would have about 37. So they went head to head, and they knew the levity of the situation. But there's a clip where T-Mac hits Kobe with a fake and fakes him out his shoes and puts it in. Kobe falls to the ground and everything. And what Kobe do the very next play, comes down and drives right past T-Mac and dunks on damn near the whole team. So, and that's what Kobe did all of the time. Like he was going to get you back, and there was nothing you would do to stop him. There was nothing you could do. You had many guys, calling themselves the Kobe stopper, guys like Ruben Patterson and all that, and Kobe was flicking these guys to the side like they were nothing, making fools out of them. So it was just LeBron's had a great career, but it's just been too many blemishes, too much moving around, and different excuses. His leadership always comes into question. It's too many blemishes on it to really. For that GOAT talk, it's done. It's completely done at this point. You can't erase what's already been, happened throughout history. Like I said, he can go to a team. He can join up with a great player, and he's got the talent. They can. You find the right player, they can take out Golden State. But career has already been too blemished to go against Jordan. Jordan's career just went completely like poetry, just the way he responded to everything. Even when he when he was with the Wizards, he still had they didn't go to the playoffs at all, but they put up a fight. They were in contention for the playoffs because it was a terrible Wizards team. Had nobody else on the team outside, I think, Rip Hamilton, and then Kwame Brown and guys like that. But he was still competitive. He was still competitive and dropping 40 points, he had nights where he was giving you 40 points at 40 years old. So Jordan, as far as the greatest of all time conversation, it's over. Now, if you want to start talking about where he's at in the top 10, that's a more appropriate conversation. But greatest of all time, it's over.
All right, we'll touch on that not next week, but Thursday after the talk for the other names. All right, so with all that being said, hot topics time. First and foremost, I want to have a moment of silence for Anthony Bourdain. All right, the moment's done. I guess he committed suicide, man, and also another lady. I guess she made tennis shoes and stuff like that, or she was a fashion designer. She also killed herself last week. That's crazy. So, what is you guys' thoughts on the deaths of celebrities right now?
I mean, it's kind of. I don't want to come across rude as when I say this, but I mean, it's kind of the norm. You know what I'm saying, in Hollywood right now, and I'm not going to say really honestly that it's been any different. I think the way that media dealt with it has been different over the course of time. I mean, they say Marilyn Monroe got drugged, Marilyn Monroe committed suicide. I mean, who knows, I mean, this just kind of goes to show you that there's a human side to every individual, and everybody has issues that they dealing with. It's sad, but I'm not extremely empathetic to people that commit suicide because I feel like it's incredibly selfish to do. So it's a little bit challenging for me to be empathetic. But like I said, I mean, we're all human. You know, we all have struggles and we all have problems, and I think it's important for us to, as you know, when we're around people like that, you know, to put your arm around their shoulder and say, "Hey, man, I got you." You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, those simple things sometimes can save somebody from jumping off that ledge. You know, and I think too often we're we're all concerned about being in other people's business, or if somebody says they out of my business, either way it goes. And I think that, you know, when people get into situations where they get destitute and think that they don't have any other way out, um, that's it's rough. It's really, really rough, man. Uh, I've had family members commit suicide. You know, uh, Other ones that have attempted it and things of that nature. And I always wonder, like, what did I miss? What were the signs? What if anything could I have done? Why didn't they seek help? Just so many questions. Suicide leaves more questions than answers every time. And so it's real. And I think, especially in the African American community, mental health is still a taboo conversation. It's still a taboo conversation, and it's like, if you paid any attention in your high school psychology class, when they start talking about mental health, man, they talk about the millions and millions of people that have some type of mental health issue, and how it affects them. And we still gloss over it. I mean, we still gloss over it. I mean, they crazy, or they this and they that. And while there may be a small level of truth to that, uh, you know, it doesn't give us the right to judge. The best thing we can do as human beings is be non-judgmental. You know, don't don't let anybody feel like they're being judged when they're around you. That they have to hide or cover up you know, issues that they have and something that they may be going through. Especially with social media now, you got, cyberbullying, and it sounds simple for those of us that are a little bit tougher to be like, just get off the computer then. What's what's the problem? But it's not that simple for those people, because they're looking for a sense of belonging and not being able to find it.
Right.
And so it's man, it's sad. It's always sad to hear. It really, really is. I think that we obviously have lots and lots of strides to make as far as educating our communities, our inner communities on, being protective of one another, again, valuing life. I talk about that all the time, how we have, as a society, we've devalued life. That's why we can talk about suicide and, you know, it not necessarily have an impact on us sometimes, because we're just desensitized to human life itself, and so like I said, in Hollywood it's very, very normal, which is not a good thing, but it is. And then I think, just around the globe, you're seeing it more and more, uh, you know, and we have to do a better job of just the conversation around mental health. Really, the education is no different than it's no different than sex. You know what I'm saying? Educate. The more educated you are, the more helpful you can be regarding anything. And so I think it's important that we all really take a step back and say, you know, what if this was me, or what if somebody that I'm close to, is going through something, and here I am joking you know what I'm saying, and saying this and that, you know, and then all of a sudden they gone. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when my brother came out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was living with me at the time, and then he just abruptly left. And I called him, I was like, bro, where you going? And he was like, man, I'm going back home. And I was like, well, I don't understand. Like, did I do something? And little did I know that my little homosexual remarks that I would just openly say, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
because I didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting there like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? My brother gonna kill me, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even care, but I didn't realize that the statements that I was making indirectly
hurting.
yeah, you know, and so I think that suicide is kind of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, when we talk about, oh, that motherfucker crazy, man, can you believe that? And then somebody sitting there like, I, I,
I hate what you think about me. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's just kind of like that, and we're never going to necessarily change, you know, that entire narrative. We can just kind of do a better job of, you know, what we say sometimes, you know, how we say it. I think we can probably do a better job because you never know what the next man next to you is going through, you know. I mean, you never know. You know, it could be out there thought about killing myself till you opened your mouth. Now I'm about to kill you.
Yeah.
You
And
know, so it's crazy, man.
yeah, we like I know we make jokes in our office. Like when this one lady worked there, like we were like, yo, if she comes back to work and shoots somebody, it's gonna be all y'all. I'm just gonna pray I was nice enough not to get shot. You know what I'm saying? We say shit like that. I'm like, no. Now, granted, I know that understand that's wrong for some people, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's funny. But yeah, like the reason why I brought this up was because like I would actually like to speak to a psychiatrist about stuff like this, but like the kids, because they both had kids, and now the kids have to go through something, and so the kids are the ones that's going to take the brunt of everything. Because kids nowadays is vicious. Oh, that's why your daddy killed yourself, or that's why your daddy killed himself, or that's why your mama killed herself, shit like that, and like that's gonna fuck up the kids. Where be like, yo, why am I taking this? Like I wasn't asked to be here. Like I wasn't like, yo, I want to come to the world now. Yeah, I'm here, motherfuckers. No, it wasn't like that. Your parents brought you here without you know what I'm saying, without your consent, shit like that. If that makes any sense to y'all, but the kids are killing themselves at a younger age now, and that's hurting parents and shit like that. That's got me like, yo, damn, I must be a strong motherfucker mentally because motherfuckers nowadays is just offing themselves. And like I have to always pay attention to my cousins and like my little cousins, like the teenage ones and shit. Sometimes even the older people. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a PG world now. I gotta. My jokes sometimes have to be censored. You know what I'm saying? So I have to have a censor button damn near at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I be saying some fucked up shit sometimes. I think it's funny. Other people think it's funny, but other people might be like, "Oh, that was kind of fucked up. That kind of like aimed at me." You know what I'm saying? So, Corey, what you got?
Well, that type of thinking is why when people reach that point for suicide, that's why things like spirituality and different things need to be more explored. I think it gets diluted because of how the church and everything and different religious groups and the stigma of religion is today. So the actual message gets diluted with all the even the bickering amongst the religion and the separation of it. And so it's kind of become like basically different things have become, just as far as that, it's become a fairy tale and it's become so far fetched. But it's just when life hits you, you got to have knowledge of different things and understand how the universe works. That's the only way that remedy I can think of for it, because there's really nothing else as far as people themselves and man themselves. Just a lot of things go on in life, and a lot of it is just out of your control. A lot of it is out of your control. The deck can be stacked against you, and so that's where you gotta. It's tough because you witness certain things yourself, and you don't know whatever.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think he froze. Lauren, you there too?
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, he froze. Damn.
Yeah, and then I was gonna say, man, like you man, suicide is a tough conversation.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want somebody to be like, or like somebody who actually like works with some shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just so, and you think about, nobody understands me. You know what I'm saying? You think about that thought that would go through somebody's mind, and what they're longing for is somebody to give them that attention, to understand them. And I don't think we realize that as a group of human beings that we glamorize suicide. I mean, Kurt Cobain made great music, but what do we talk about? The fact that he committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about was it River Phoenix? I think River Phoenix, great actor, committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? Heath, what was his name? Heath Ledger, the actor.
Heath Ledger,
yeah, great actor, commit. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes on and how we glamorize suicide. And so if you think about it from that perspective, people like, well, if this is the only way for me to get attention, I guess that, I'll have to see what happens posthumously, and yeah, man, it's a really, really tough topic to really even digest and understand, because when you really love somebody and then they take their own lives, the natural thought is, damn, I ain't even gonna be able to see him no more. It's just a natural thought, you know what I'm saying? And then you go into the whole, reflection, what was wrong, how did I miss the signs? You missed the signs because you don't have no degree in that shit. You don't know what you looking for. You know what I'm saying? You just think, they kind of did look sad or whatever, but you don't, you're not educated enough to really address the situation properly. And so the best thing you can do, like I said, is wrap your arms around them. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, I got you. If you need me to take you somewhere to talk to somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know, and make sure they feel that. Don't just say it. Make sure they feel it.
Yeah.
Because if, you never know, if they on their last leg, they might be like, yeah, I know such and such told me to call him. So he gonna get that call 2, 3 in the morning saying, hey man, I'm sitting over here on this bridge about to jump, man. Can you come get me? So, you just have to provide, just as whatever level of support that you can, and just show love. You know what they always say that, you know what I'm saying? You show love, you get love back. You know what I'm saying? And, so that's just kind of the way the universe works.
Corey, now, what was you going to say? Or, you want to finish up what you was going to say? He froze again. Oh, damn.
He look good, though. You look good, Corey.
he got the oh yeah pose. All right. So while he reboots up, let's move over to the next topic. I know that was a little somber, you know what I'm saying? I apologize. But the conversation needs to happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying? People need to talk about stuff like that. But all right. Childish Gambino is gonna be playing in a prequel of guess what movie? Guess what movie?
Willy Wonka?
Yes.
Are you serious?
And how in the entirety of fuck is Willy Wonka gonna be black after we already know he was white as fuck.
I mean, so was Dorothy. So was Dorothy.
Oh damn, you are right. Try okay, all right. You got that one. But yes, Childish Gambino is gonna be playing the Candyman, literally. So what is your thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Corey.
I think that I mean I think that fits kind of. I think he has the acting range to do that, and he can pull it off as far as Childish Gambino. So yeah, he could make it work. He can make it work in a way that it'll transcend race. But you know that always becomes the topic today, race and everything. So, but I think he has, like I said, he has the acting range and everything. It'll be able to transcend that. They'll be able to look at him as another version of Willy Wonka. So yeah, I think they can pull it off. Yeah.
Damn, you're more optimistic than me. All right, Lauren, what you got for us?
Just nothing. I mean, when I heard this, man, I think I heard this yesterday, and I was just, like I said, I mean, I get it because of who he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he trying to get it all, and I can't knock him for that. I mean, I can't, man. I mean, dudes, Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? So he just trying to capitalize on every opportunity, and I can't knock him for that. I mean, I'm sure he'll put some type of interesting spin on the movie, and I mean, I don't know. I've seen the original, and I was like, you know, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine that this one is gonna have some different type of spin to it, and you know, it's hard to be a triple threat to be taken seriously in any arena, you know, which is but I mean, he definitely has the skill set to pull it off. So, you know, more power to him from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Capitalizing on his opportunity. I'm not going to put him in the same.
Now Lauren glitched out
on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're working relentlessly, you know what I'm saying, to build their brand. And I actually think that Childish Gambino has the ability to have a longer lasting, more impactful brand in somebody like Kevin Hart would. Because I think he puts his his heart I ain't gonna say that.
No pun intended.
Kevin Hart puts his heart into it. I just think that Childish Gambino has more skill.
Okay.
I'll just say he has more skill because I think the other side that a lot of people forget about is his production. He also produces movies and as well as his own music, you know, and I think a lot of people forget about that side of him as well. Yeah, so I mean he's just, you know, a triple threat, a juggernaut, whatever you want to call him. And I will not go see Willy Wonka. I will not go see it, but you know, when it comes out on cable or something, you know, maybe it'll be a family movie night.
Okay. All right, hey, what y'all do? I trap out the bandwidth sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. All right, let's move over to the hip hop, man. Gucci Man. What's going on, bro? He might be a clone. Did he have a romper on? That's the question. Was that a romper or was that like something else? A romp him, not romp her. Romp him.
That was a romper.
Okay.
Didn't he make a song called Lemonade?
I don't know. Did
he? Yeah, back in the day.
So why are we surprised? Like there is nothing that we should be surprised about. Nothing.
It's big Gucci we talked about though, man.
Oh man, nothing surprises me about that guy, man. Like, I mean, he's always just done his own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he pushes the limits of what we expect, I think. Hey man, you know, it is absolutely nothing that I would put on, but I wouldn't wear a short suit either. So I mean,
right.
I mean, he taking risk, he testing his range, and I mean, hey man, a lot of guys are going to the Euro metrosexual movement, and so
metrosexual.
Gucci.
What you got, Corey?
Yeah, that's these guys got to stop this, man. It all comes from the mindset of them these black artists, man. They're stepping outside of themselves. It's really just not who they are. Because if they were doing it, they would have been doing it before. I mean, there's clothes on a lower level to where you could probably dress like that. And now I mean, and it's probably for a check, but we understand how Hollywood is. They're able to get niggas to do anything for a check. So put this on, model this for me. And it's basically what they've been doing for the past 10 years or so. Throw this on, and you just seen all type of stuff. I mean, I as far as like the slimmer pants and things like that, and that's kind of more the rock star thing. And I don't got a problem with the slim pants, but it gets to a point to where you see these guys, they wearing actual leggings and crap like that. It's yeah, man, and I don't do none of it, but you know what I'm saying? It's just how Hollywood is, man. It's just that feminization, man. They're trying to feminize the men. That's all it simply is. You've had these rappers out here wearing dresses and just all type of different fuckery, and now you got this. There's nothing manly about it. It's something a woman would wear. It's he literally has woman's attire on, but because it's that hypnotizing, it's that hypnotization. Because Gucci has it, and it's top brand, and somebody like Versace or somebody made it. Is okay, it's acceptable now, because you spent a whole bunch of money on it. But so that's just all part of a mindset. That's basically selling themselves out, man. They're just selling out their whole image. I mean, just try to stay firm in front of when you're in the public image. Stay firm. You know what I'm saying? You got kids watching you. You got generations watching you. But I mean, when you're and this is not for everybody, because not everybody's like this, but this does. I mean, it's a look into the human mind when I say, I mean, if you're able to, you know what I'm saying, sell dope to your people, you know what I'm saying, to make $1, that's who knows what else you're willing to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of guys do what they got to do. There's a lot of real cats out in the streets and everything, but it's I mean, that line of thinking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at what we got. Guys are doing anything for $1. You know what I'm saying? And we know how, even with the knowledge that we know it destroys homes, we just know guys are selling it to their uncles, their aunties, man. So, if you're willing to do that, man, and you know what I'm saying, and you're, willing to put out that, that type of image, I mean, maybe this is what we get. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen to those guys. I listen to the Young Jeezy ain't never went down. I ain't never seen him wearing no suspect stuff. But I listen to those trap guys. Guys talking about the different stuff, the streets and stuff. And I'm like that's the type of music I was liking. But it's like, can I really be surprised? When you sit back and actually think of it, can you be surprised that they're doing what they can for $1? I believe this is solely he's wearing it for a designer. Somebody told him to put it on, and
fashionable.
Like you said, like you hear these niggas always talking about. I'm chasing that bag. So
what?
Chasing that bag.
You know what? I ain't even see the outfit. I just kind of saw the headline. And in my mind, I was like, man, maybe I need to take a look at the picture. What does his socks look like? I just want to know.
I don't think he was wearing socks.
He didn't have no socks on?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. That sealed it for me then.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I'm
Nah,
pretty
think
sure.
about it, man. Like if he had on like some some high knees or something like that with some church shoes, maybe he was searching for his inner Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? But and I don't have no problem with the leggings. As long as I know that, you know, as long as you take a picture and you sweating, and I know you was working out.
those are compression. You better not be calling them leggings.
Yeah, wait. Compression pants is completely different.
Well, they kind of look like leggings though.
But you supposed to wear shorts under those, like when you playing basketball and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said you gotta take a picture. You better pour some water on yourself.
But yeah, I think I'm not for sure. I'm pretty sure he might have got paid from Fashion Nova because Fashion Nova is, I guess, putting out a men's line for Fashion Nova. So that might be it.
Hey, that did look like some Fashion Nova trash too. Hey,
Fashion Nova, because in another podcast they were talking about how Fashion Nova is coming over to the men's game because it's an untapped market. So wow. I have no clue.
It is. I mean, oh man, y'all, I'm looking at it. Oh man,
it's bad.
Oh,
that's bad.
Man, I thought they at least came down to his knee. Then he could have wore the big socks. You know what though? And I'm only saying this because I can. But that actually looks like some shit that an African dude might wear.
That is very true.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
And not even just Africans, Jamaicans, because Jamaicans do be wearing those holy tank tops and shit like that.
Because it's a it's a I mean, actually it looked like something that like wow. Like it looked like some women's PJs is what it looked like.
Don't worry, y'all. I'll drop the picture in here when I do the editing.
Yeah. I mean, he does. His wife is real cute though. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's Jamaican too. Yeah.
Ooh, boy, look at them tracks in her. I'm sorry. I need to.
Okay. All right. All right. And more in hip hop news. I guess Tekashi 6ix9ine got kicked out of Summer Jam.
Who? The dude with the red
rainbow hair.
Man, get him out of here, man. Like he has no business in hip hop. I'm sorry. Get him out of here. They can kick him out of everything, man.
The kids love him though.
Man, who did he have a beef? Who did he have a beef with that they made up? Was it
Who don't he got a beef with?
No, he did. I think it. You know who I think it was, and I really hate to say this, but because it's my dude. But I think it was J. Cole.
No, that's Lil Pump. You talk about Lil Pump.
Okay.
Tekashi 6ix9ine got like the rainbow hair. You got the red, pink, yellow, purple.
Yeah.
Hey yo, I might have to drop out, man. My phone acting crazy. It's
Corey, please talk about this ignorant rainbow hair dude, please.
Teriyaki sauce. Yeah, man. He got his he's seeing what the game is, man. He's so ignorant to the damn game, and he thinks he's just gonna be able to do that reckless, man. Be as reckless as he wants. He's obviously been watching too much damn TV.
50 Cent, boy, that's his son.
Yeah, 50 Cent. See, 50 Cent is a troll. He doesn't understand that 50 Cent uses him. And 50 Cent's more of a comedian and a troll nowadays. He 50 loves all the screen time he can, so he knows how to position himself. But 6ix9ine can't see it for himself. He's out here beefing with everybody, Chief Keef. And now he can't. He's just screwing up his money because we all know the main money comes from shows, and he's not doing any tours or anything. Yep. He's getting a ban from different clubs and cities everywhere. can't come into parties. Now he got banned from Summer Jam, from the Summer Jam Hot 97, and he's mad about that. I don't know why he's mad. I mean,
oh, there it goes again.
I know why. I know why he mad.
Because he got that blicky hump. Got to pull up with the sticky hump.
Yeah, nah, you know what it was? He got a beef. He trying to start. He took a shot at J. Cole because J. Cole took a shot at him on the album. Not him directly, but just artists like him. Yeah, I know it's had something to do with J. Cole. He took a shot at J. Cole, which is stupid. But yeah, I just don't get him. Like, there's a lot of artists that I don't get, but he is really like, I'd be like, what? Like everything he say that come at it, hey, blood, hold on, blood, you know, hey, look, man, you know, I just be in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, hold up, blood, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, I'm getting my money, but I'm not gonna be disrespected, blood. I'm not gonna show up to get jumped all day, blood. I'm just not gonna do. Like, really, like
that's the rap game.
Like, stop it. Like, it's just not that serious, you know? So, yeah, nah, man, I hip hop has always had characters come in the game, right? Always had characters come in the game. He is by far one of the worst. I'm not gonna call him the worst because there's been a lot. So it's kind of, you just throw them all in the same bubble. But he is in that category, man. It's just like, you know, this is where hip hop owes itself a favor to be like, hey, y'all, we got to get him out. Straight up. We got to get him out, man, because he is just oh man. Like I've watched about 4 or 5 interviews, and I only watch them because I have to educate myself on all this ignorance. And I'm just like, why? Like, and I get why you would interview him. I really do. He's polarizing, you know what I'm saying? But
he'll bring people into your platform.
I got standards, man. I got standards, man. I can't be Charlemagne and none of them dudes that, you know, I mean, that's why I would never want to have a job of a reporter, man, because you got to report stupid stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, like, I mean, he's one of those people. Let me put it like this. I'm a very, very peaceful guy. But he's one of those people, if I ever saw him, I'd just slap the shit out of him.
Like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, nah, I would, but it wouldn't be no apologies, though. Wouldn't be no apologies. I just smack the shit out of him, man, because like he's the artist that gives hip hop a bad name. You know what I'm saying? He gives hip hop a bad name, and you know, it's just stupid controversy. Like, you know, I go on and on, man. He sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the rainbow hair. We still talking about teriyaki, man.
Straight way.
Yo, all I'm saying is that kid's got a death wish for real. Like his trolling is crazy. His marketing, I'm not for sure, but the whole Chicago thing, my nigga, you don't play with Chicago. I love Chicago to death. Hopefully, I'll be there. I'll be there in a couple months. But I love Chicago. But yo, you playing with them niggas? Them niggas is not playing with your. They will kill you. You know what I'm saying? Corey, look, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Chicago, but blood. Let me tell you, I'm gonna have my bodyguard, blood. You know, I'm not stupid. I'm trying to get my money, blood, but I ain't gonna die.
Yeah, blood.
All right.
Anyway.
He's a Treyway. All right. One last thing before we go out of here, I just want to let you know, yo, like you might end up getting a few of your homies killed. That's just some real shit.
Yeah.
That's definitely some real shit. You might get a couple of your homies knocked off. Yeah. And their lives are gonna be on your head. So just keep that in mind.
You saw what happened. You saw what happened when they were at that terminal in I think that was LA and Houston. When them 2 guys ran up on him, and he had about 6 bodyguards, and they still touched him. Yeah. But it took all 6 of them just to subdue these 2 cats. I think he fired one of the guys that was rolling in the crew with him. But yeah, this dude don't even. It's sad because it's like watching somebody go into a grinder. Like you just it's like it's like watching a car accident that you know is about to happen. You just bracing yourself for the impact. Yeah, he's just screwing himself. He's not gonna be able to make any money. I don't know. He can act as reckless as he wants, but he's not gonna be able to.
Yeah, all them top Billboard hits. You know what I'm saying? That runs out pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? That tour money is where you get that cash. Hopefully we be going on tour pretty damn soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a topic that was sent to me by a average guy out there, and it was about going Dutch on the first date. So pretty much he screenshot. Well, I didn't get the screenshot. It was on Snapchat. He pretty much said that I guess it was their first time going out on a date, and he doesn't, since I guess the female that he was courting, I guess, is one of the independent women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. And she brought up to him that they need to go Dutch on the first date, and he took that as disrespect. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. What do you guys think about that? Going Dutch on the first date.
What does Dutch mean?
Where y'all split the bill.
Oh, okay, that's what I figured it was. Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, if it works, I mean, this is no right way to do anything. I mean, shit, just do what you want, man, and expect whatever response. It could work. It could work for you. I mean, shoot, man. If you ain't got the money or something, man, it's all that chivalry and all the stuff, all the different. You know, I say the same thing. All the tradition and everything, and there's no real reason for it. There's got to be reasons. For me, there's got to be reasons for different things to happen. I mean, if you got if a man wants to court the woman and pay for everything, why, go ahead, do that. And if the woman wants to do the same thing, I mean, why not? Whatever works for you. We get too caught up into all this Hollywood and social media stuff and what we think it is, way we think things should be done. There's no real right way. When we do things like, as far as chivalry, when we do things like, things like holding the door open for a woman and things like that, allowing her to go in first, those are for procedural. That's for procedure, because the woman, the kids, and everything, they should be in. They should be safe. Make sure they make it into the destination first, and you go in last. That's why you hold the door in. Hold the door, come in. You know what I'm saying? So you the last one in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that's more procedural things like that. Or taking care of your wife during pregnancy and things like that. There's certain things that just responsibilities that man should just have. We're built tougher. But as far as things like who does what, that's just don't go broke. That's all I gotta say. Y'all can do the tradition thing, but please don't go broke trying to follow society. Society will leave you out here busted and disgusted, and you'll be doing the Anthony Bourdain thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Honestly, going Dutch sound dope. I mean, honestly, because I've taken a young lady out on a date before, and I was like, we all finished. I was getting ready to pay, and she was like, hold up. Hey, what you doing? I said, huh? What you mean? What am I doing? I'm finna pay the bill. She pulled out her credit card. She gave the lady her credit card. I was like, I felt like a bitch for a second. I was like, hold on, wait. Did you just pay for? Wait, no, that's not how this goes. And she was like, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You got me on the next one. I was like, you know what? Yeah. I like this. Okay, that's cool.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. The key to everything, and when it comes to relationships, the key to everything is just honesty. We got to stop with the games, the little childish games, and trying to front your move and trying to, look this way and that way, you know what I'm saying? Trying to sell each other on certain things that you're not going to be able to fulfill, or not at that moment. Like, just be yourself, be yourself, and you'll get exactly, you'll get exactly what you want. But if you lie, that's the type of relationship it's going to be built off of. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to take the whole bill, and it's $30 and you only got $30 in the account, but you're trying to front like you guys got some money, and then she wants something else, and then you sitting up there scratching your head and all. Just be real. You be surprised, man. You know.
Hey, bro. Hey, cash at me like $20 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why when you budget, you gotta budget properly.
Yeah.
But Lauren, what you got? You got anything for us?
So at what point did she decide to go Dutch?
Oh, I wish you would have said that.
Because if she decided to go Dutch, like right before, like when y'all was done eating, and she was like, I'll pick up my tab. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you do you, I do me. I'm pretty sure that you're not gonna get another date.
Damn.
But I mean, that's kind of, you're right. It's part of that whole independent women movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's plenty of times when me and my lady was dating. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Hey man, you can pick up like the last 2-3 tabs, man. I got this one." I'm like, "Well, thank you."
Like,
you know, so yeah, right. So I mean, and really, I'll be honest with you, man. Like, it's not really new. We just gave it a name. Like, for real, it's not new. Shit's been paying for date nights and shit like that for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all in who the chick is. We just gave it a cool name called Going Dutch, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, we got this new cool phenomenon. It's not new.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been going on for a long time. I think I think it's just like Corey said, to each his own. You know, I mean, if Boo Thang want to pay this time, well, shoot, hey man, you get dinner, I get ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you very much for helping me keep some money in my pocket, so we can do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it just, people crack me up with that. You know what I'm saying? They, females be like, chivalry is dead. Dave Chappelle was so right when he said yes, and you guys killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I teach my boys, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, if everybody is not being chivalrous, then be chivalrous. Like, be different. You know what I'm saying? Dare to be different, because, that's really how you captivate a female. You don't captivate a female by doing what every other dude is doing. You know what I'm saying? You captivate a female by being different. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I mean, like Corey said, I mean, men are built to be protectors. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when it's a lady or kids, we walk on the outside, you know what I'm saying, or we hold the door, you know what I'm saying, and so that's just the nature of our being, even it's innate. Like, we don't even think about it, you know what I'm saying, and so, you know what I'm saying, like the whole, all that stuff, man. If you in a bomb ass relationship, your chick gonna take care of you. Let me put it like that. If you in a good relationship, your chick gonna take care of you, no questions asked. And the cool thing about it is, you not gonna ask no questions. You just gonna let her pull out the damn card, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be like, I ain't done my play yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be what it is, So I mean, I'm glad we can make up new cool names and think we created something new. You know what I'm saying? And to your boy's question though, man, he's probably not gonna get a second date. Just let him know that, man. He's probably not. He probably needs to. There's other fish in the sea, little Bobby.
Damn, bro. Yo, so you say you might not get a second date. I'm just gonna say, yo, don't let your pride, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened to me first. When she was like, "Oh no, I got it." I was like, "Huh? What are you doing? I'm the man. What are you talking about? I got this. I already have my card out and everything." But I was like, "Hey, go ahead and do what you do. It was cool for me. It was definitely cool for me."
Yep. I'm gonna fill up my gas tank now.
All right, Corey, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
Right.
Things like that, man. That it's just when it comes to things like men being exclusively the ones paying for dates. Got to keep in mind that we're in a different day and age now where women are able to do their thing now, be independent. Keep in mind back then, they weren't able to get jobs, weren't able to vote, weren't able to do anything. So, the man was the money maker. He was the one with the money. So it would have been foolish to put that on the woman when she's not, receiving consistent residuals. So now it's a different time and day. Y'all just you just got to work it. Have that conversation. I mean, I know that's not typically what guys want to do on the first date. They'll stay up there like, hey man, I ain't got enough or whatever. But
damn.
I'm telling you,
that would suck. I swear to God, that would suck. That would be the most. Oh my God, I wouldn't go out.
Something like that, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised of what you get out of life with just complete honesty like that. You'll be surprised.
Hey,
we don't. A lot of times, a lot of these women are crazy as hell, and they lost in the damn sauce. But you'll be surprised. There are some very what's the word? I guess woke, very adept women that understand how life goes. They understand. They just want honesty, and they can see different qualities. They can see a man. They can spot a man, and a guy may be down on his luck. And I wouldn't blame a woman for being like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. That baggage. But at the same time, they may be able to see the greatness in the man, and they'll say, hey, don't worry about it. This is all about being true to yourself. And if you think you fucking with a female that's not gonna be down for that, then shoot, you know what I'm saying? It's not for you then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cut it loose, keep it pushing. But nah, you know what I'm saying? All that, man. Yeah, nah, it's just relationship. You got just trying to fuck for the night. That's one thing, but building a relationship, something to stand on, that's something that just goes deeper than money and everything. That's this building with a partner you plan on being with for the rest of your life. So all that stuff, everything else kind of becomes just child's play.
Okay. Hey, and if you in your feelings about a woman paying for the meal and you ain't got it, hey man, you better learn how to ball on a budget, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you better run over to the Dollar Tree, get some of them candles, that bubble bath. Be like, boo, we ain't even going out.
Yeah.
You just slide through, and I'ma have your plate ready to go. Everything on it. Everything on it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, everybody.
I'm telling you, man. Like, man,
females will be like, "Oh, wait, what? You need this for me?"
Man, look, bud.
Draws.
Man, I'm talking about some LSG type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Got the C-pack breaded shrimp, man, some fish sticks, you know what I'm saying?
Scraps, coach.
Chicken strips about to come out the oven, you know.
With a side of fries.
You know what I'm saying?
They Cajun.
Great value fries. They the seasoned fries, you know what I'm saying? They got the seasoning on them.
All right, man. On that note, let's go ahead. If y'all have anything to get off your chest, good, bad, or indifferent. But before we do that, I want to let everybody know you guys can hit up the new Gmail. It's the Average Guy Studios. The Average Guy Studios Gmail. Just hit that up if you have any questions. You can also hit me up on Facebook, the Average Guy Podcast. You can also hit me up on the Average Guy Studios on my Instagram. Follow Grit Sports Media. Like and subscribe to everything. Everything will be in the link in the description. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and let's continue. All right, so get it off your chest. Good, bad, or indifferent. Who wants to go first?
I really don't have. I ain't got nothing this week. I probably have some Thursday, man, but I ain't got nothing this week, man. Trey White. Man, that's all I got for you. Trey White.
All right. Well, I'll let Lauren go last. But the one thing I gotta get off my chest is the lady that put the kids in the back or like in the dog cages. All right. Somebody got some explaining to do because I'm glad she's I guess in jail right now. I don't know if she'll be getting out, but damn, lady, what the fuck? You really think we animals? Like you thought we was or a motherfucking gorilla? You man. See, it's so many things I would love to say, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna stoop down to your level. Even I would love to. I would love to. Oh my God, how much I would love to. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say everybody, racism still exists. They look down on your ass. So just remember that. And that's advice from the average guy.
Hey,
all right, Lauren.
I was listening to that story too. I had caught pieces of it, but I didn't see the whole gist of the story. But I caught it on Willie D's channel, man. He had me dying laughing because he was talking about, man. He's like, she probably one of the people that treat the dog better than the humans. He probably got the dog in the
front seat,
kids in the cage, the dog in the seat, got the air conditioning and everything blowing on it. Got a seatbelt on and shit, man. That's crazy.
Lauren, you got it. What you got?
Hey, man, I'm gonna be short and sweet tonight. Shake the fear. Don't be afraid, man. Life is a great life is a life with no barriers. Explore. Find out who you are. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
Okay. I like that. And on that note, this was another episode of the Average Guy Podcast on the Average Guy Studios. Till Thursday, we'll be talking about polygamy. I might try to go a little bit earlier, but I'm not for sure because I have to work with the guy's schedule. 9 o'clock is most likely the same time we'll be doing it, but it'll be 10 o'clock over there in Washington. So by the time we do that, y'all know ahead of time. But I want to thank both of my co-hosts, LaShannon Sharp.
All right, Blood. Thanks, Blood, for having me on, Blood. You know how we do. Thank you, Average Guy, Blood. You know what I'm saying? Go get your paper, Blood.
And my boy Corey Gilmore.
He got the stank face, frozen stank face, frozen.
AKA the dude that runs everything on Grit Sports Media. So make sure y'all go check that out. Average Guy Podcast, Average Guy Studios. Yeah, man, we out here. And thank you to everybody who was listening. You know what I'm saying? I read y'all names off earlier. I don't remember your names off right off bat, but I appreciate everybody from the United States, from Turkey, and from Denmark. I think it was Denmark. But I appreciate everybody. Until Thursday, man. Peace.